First flight of the Airport Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower. Every 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
How's it going, everyone? All right. We might keep the music going. I haven't decided. You guys can make that call. Since I don't know exactly how much I'll be actually talking, since this is going to be kind of like a live DD type stream. So we can keep it going. If not, you guys want to just hear some like dead air, that's cool with me too. But as I tweeted out today, we are going to try to kind of just put this mind map to work a little bit today. I don't know exactly which section we're going to be working on, because we could do some of the big banks. If you guys want to look into that, we can look into some of the kind of elite people. I do need to move some people around because I wasn't anticipating one of these sections, but we also have like COVID and the government and how they're all kind of intertwined, and then the government officials. This is the like this. I have to delete Nancy Pelosi from the other bubble, because I don't know, it's all kind of getting tied in together into this really weird infinite loop of money that was worse than I even thought back in March whenever I started doing this. So it's kind of up to you guys, because we already have GameStop and AMC and all their ETFs and how they're kind of interconnected into it. I don't know if anybody else is coming on tonight, guys. Everyone's kind of busy tonight, so it could just be a solo stream. It could just be me tonight, which I hope you guys are good with that. But yeah, this is kind of what we're going to look into. So if there is something you guys want me to pull up and try to put on here, we could definitely do that. I do know I need to put Zillow down here in real estate. We're gonna add that bubble. Yeah, for sure, Frank. Tell him to reach out to me. Or just send me his name, Discord, send it to me in Discord or on Twitter, and I will reach out to him for sure. Thank you. So we're gonna put Zillow in here because they're gonna be kind of a vital thing coming up, based on the fact that they are no longer buying real estate, and they were a big culprit into a lot of this. So I'm running out of space, guys. We're gonna put Zillow all the way effing out here. So Adam Aaron said he could be a issuer of crypto. Oh Lord, let's not bring Adam into this. Oh Lord, I just can't with him tonight. I can't do it. I don't know, guys. There's just been some funkiness in my DMs lately, so I'm not even gonna touch it. I guess I could run through this with you guys real quick. Do you guys want that? Do you guys want the rundown of all the craziness from the original mind map to this, so that we kind of have like a heads up of what we're doing? Again, if you guys want the music, we can keep it. If not, totally cool with me. I know it's not Boss Bunt's, rap or anything. It's like my chill, like trying to get me into the vibe of doing some research. This is legit kind of the music I listen to, except for, I can't play my music because it's copyright. Yes, please. All right. Let's go. All right. So the OG map. Okay. And as I've stated before, that I've learned a lot. That's something with all of this, right? Is that it's always a learning process whenever you're trying to dive deep into these kinds of things and what you're looking at, right? And so sorry, whatever you want. Yeah, the craziness. So and actually I guess it's actually a good thing to look into this area again, because I'm gonna have to add AIG back in. AIG is actually becoming a very important part to the puzzle. And it just baffled me when I actually saw that they were talking about it in the media. I think about a week ago, they were talking about AIG, and that was kind of the center focal point of the original mind map, was AIG, because they were the last ones to be bailed out in 2008. It was between them and Lehman Brothers back in 2008, and since AIG is the financial insurer to the world, basically, and they're intertwined with so much, they had to figure out, like, okay, we can't let this one go down. Lehman Brothers it is, and so I found all of the investors at the time, now this could have changed since then, that the purple, the pink, the red, the black, anyone that's surrounding AIG, they were the investors into AIG when I first originally made this. And so the purple ones, they didn't really mean anything to me. Look, as I was doing my research, Delaware kept coming up, not the state, but a financial institution. The pink, I still need to look into them. They kept coming up. I just didn't nail anything down to them. Wellington and Invesco, they kind of tie in random places throughout this. That's why they're red. The black ones, they are the big guys. Everyone that you kind of know, right? Sun America, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, BlackRock, BMO, T. Rowe Price, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, and Vanguard. So those were the main guys that I really wanted to look into, because, well, they hold a lot of the stake in the world, right? So, this became the infinite loop of money, because Vanguard, they have ownership in Janus Henderson, Ameriprise, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, AIG, obviously. And then they do have a control ownership of BlackRock. And this still stands today after I've updated all this. BlackRock is in Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs. Morgan Stanley has investment, ETFs, and Vanguard and BlackRock. So it's just kind of like an infinite loop, right? So if one's making money, they're all making money, and they're all kind of cycling it through each other. And at the time of making this particular mind map, Morgan Stanley was actually in AMC. AMC was held in BlackRock and Vanguard ETFs, hence why, Morgan Stanley is investing into AMC while also holding the ETF, investing into the ETFs that hold AMC. So, it was just kind of a wonky thing that I found, that it was just, they're just recycling money amongst themselves, like just constantly, right? So then, Morgan Stanley is just a whore. I'm just gonna say that. Like, they're just everywhere. They're invested in everything, and everyone's invested into them. But then we also have Bank of America up here that I had to start looking into because they're a big institution. Charles Schwab, I wanted to see if they were kind of in any kind of BS, and not really. So it's different interlinkings, right? And so then I found, Citadel, and this is kind of where this stopped. There was a big reason why the mind map stopped. I got really pissed. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I got really pissed off because the minute I released this, it's going to be part 4 of this mind map. Citadel had basically sold off Apex Clearinghouse, and I just stopped. I was like, you know what? Screw it. I can't keep up with them at this point because they were selling off stuff so quick, and I'm assuming to build up some liquidity. Do you think they did something big on the dark pool today to bring AMC and BBIG so low during market hours? Probably. I mean, what was it today? Did Evergrande default on their payment today? I haven't been able to look into it. We do need to look into that, so I can try to Google that today. Thank you for having me here. New to BullHouse from last night. Can't read or listen enough. Aw. Thanks, WOPR. Is it Whopper? Is that how you say your name? I'm going to call you Whopper because I like it. I don't know if that's actually right, but that's just what I'm going to name you now. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you coming back. That's awesome. So now you since I am kind of flying solo, Hoocher Apes in Discord, but I'm sure he's going to stay quiet because that's just what he does. But I'm probably going to be flying solo. So now you guys, anyone that's not been here when I do fly solo, this is kind of what we do. We dive in and we get to the nitty gritty of it. Sorry, Whopper. Yes. I'm not sure. Keep it real. They did default. Nice. That's good. That's good for the global economy. Awesome. I appreciate that, Scrap. Is it Scraper? Scraper. You guys have all funny names. That's so funny. No, they did not. I think they made a payment. Okay, let's... Huh?
So, let's see. Evergrande also had an interest payment due on Tuesday on an onshore bond and previously said in the statement that it would make the payment. Reuters reported on Tuesday that the payment had been made.
Reuters is reporting that it did get made. Yes, I'm talking about you, Stardom. Alright, so yeah, it did get made. That's good. That is actually good. Who knows how much, if it's actually going to do anything. Anyway, back to my map. What would international investors do if the buy button was taken away again? They'd probably pull out. I'm sorry. Okay, so we'll dive into that philosophy. So that's where I truly believe if there's any kind of messing around with the MOAS, government intervention, them taking the buy button away, anything to mess up the MOAS, right? I cannot in good faith believe that people would stay in the market. Granted, now I have been proven wrong. I've had a few people up in Canada say that yes, they would still stay in the US stock market, which really actually surprised me. That actually really did surprise me that people would still stay in the US stock market because it is still less corrupt than other markets. I don't know on that one. But I have heard that some international investors would actually still stay in the US stock market because of that. But we've already seen, I think this was back in May, that I'd have to relook at the numbers, but hundreds of millions of dollars, if not hundreds of billions, I can't remember, guys, it's been so long now, but multiple hedge funds left the US stock market because of all of the stuff with the meme stocks and just the kind of the craziness going on within our stock market, and they went and put it in the Asian market. They actually left our stock market, the hedge funds, and put their money elsewhere because they didn't like how our stock market was going with all of the manipulation and the craziness. So, I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think a lot of faith would be lost in the market. I really do. But anyway, so yeah, okay, again, guys, this is the original map. This is not the new map. This is old data. This is, what I was doing originally. And so we had to update all of this. But yeah, so this was all the short selling institutions that I could find. I believe this was back in, when did I last update this? June. So these were all the short sellers at the time. The blue were people that had closed out their short positions at the time of making this part of the map. Melvin Capital was still hanging in here, being short, even though they had said that they were, they'd closed out their short position. Well, we could always fall back on the Chinese stock market. Oh, wait, right? And so then I had come down here and I was trying to find all of the ones that had kind of matched up that were shorting both. So we had Bank of America. This is actually what made me put Bank of America up top. Bank of America, Bank of Montreal, Apollo Management, let's see, Barclay, Citigroup. There was just a lot. UBS. I didn't, like I said, I gave up on this one at that point, because I was just pissed. It was petty and I was just pissed off. So, but that is the full spectrum at the time. So then you can also see, during the time of making this, these were all the companies that had a 13 DG filing or DA filing. So they had some kind of control voting ownership of GameStop and or AMC. So we had Scion Asset. This still had Dr. Burry still in GameStop. We have Ryan Cohen's hedge fund up here, investment firm, whatever. AIG was actually in on it. Let's see, I believe State Street somewhere around here. There they are. And we also had, Vanguard, BlackRock, and Dimensional Fund. They were in both AMC and GME. We had Citadel over here with AMC. The more I research, the more, guys, there's something goofy, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But Citadel and Point72, the ones that build out Melvin Capital, right? They had control ownership of AMC. And then Morgan Stanley's here, Ameriprise, Wanda groups are here. Like I said, this is, again, old data. But so you guys have a frame of reference point of what I was working with here. And then we had all of the ETFs for GameStop, all of the ETFs that AMC were sitting in, and then the shared ones that were, let's see, we had 21? Yep, 21 ETFs that they shared. So we'll come back here. Yeah, always sad. Heck yeah. Like I said, guys, you can always reach out to me if you guys want to ever help with anything. Reach out to me. I will, especially now, I will try to find a spot for you and figure out something for you guys to help me with for sure. Because I'm getting to a point with this mind map. I will probably be releasing a link for everybody to kind of start putting information on. It could get very hectic, but I think if we all work together and kind of keep it civil, we can probably get some interesting information put on this. So here is GameStop. This is the new one. This is the updated. I've been working on this like the last month. So GameStop, AMC. You can now see the 13 DG filings. This is all that GameStop has now. This is all the DG. This is not 13F. This isn't people that have just shares or calls and puts. This isn't 13F filings, 13 DG filings. So they have a say. Discord is still safe for now until they go IPO. Yeah, right. Hambone's getting candy. So we still have State Street in here. Sunvest, Dimensional, Susquehanna, Maverick, BlackRock, Vanguard, RC, and Permit Capital. Still have 13 DG filings. The short positions, holy mother. Okay. These are, and this isn't all of them. Okay. This is not all of them. This is This is just the biggest one. Some of the biggest recent short history. So this is, I think I took it back to August. Maybe beginning of September. But these are just some of the most recent ones. I didn't go back. I did not do a full scope on it because, you know, they close out positions or they don't report them or anything like that. But we still have Bank of America. JP Morgan Chase actually opened up another short position. It was actually a pretty new one when I did this. Citigroup is still here. UBS. I'm trying to think of anybody that you guys big names. Susquehanna. This one was funny. Susquehanna has a 13DG filing, but they're also short on GameStop and AMC. So that was interesting. Wolverine, Goldman Sachs, 683 Capital, D. Shaw, Nomura, Citadel, Jane Street, IMC, Chicago, Simplex, and Group 1 Trading. Why these are all paired, all of these have short positions in both AMC and GameStop. Okay. So then we still have these 4 down here for AMC: Ellington, Millennium Management, Anchorage, and Peak 6. And then AMC, this is all the 13 GG filings I could find. Like, so commercial, you know, remember whenever we were saying at the very beginning, like AMC had all these really awesome commercial backers, you know, these big whales, these big institutions that were backing AMC. There's only 4 now. Again, 13 DG filings, not 13F, not 13F. 13F, they still have a whole shit ton, but control ownership, anything like being able to say what AMC does. This is are the only 4. That's it. Really cool map. Should forward it to those movie guys. Then go from institute to personal names of each company. Amazing. Yeah. So then we also come over here. We have GameStop ETFs. The amazing amount of ETFs that GameStop is sitting in now is just ridiculous. And then we also have AMC's ETFs. They both have grown astronomically. And now they are now sitting in 26, I believe. Yep, 26 ETFs together. So this is where the idea of whenever we see similar chart movement, this is my theory right here, is because of these ETFs is that they share. So if they are shorting a ton of these. But what was interesting that I found, they sat in IWM, IWN, VB, VBR, SoFi, and all these, you know, ITOT. They still sit in ITOT together, but they actually have been being switched around. Like GameStop's no longer in a lot of the same ETFs as AMC that they were originally from January to June. So that's actually kind of fascinating. And so that could be why we're not seeing a lot of the same price action. Like we do still see similar things because of ITOT and SoFi and VB and VBR, but they like to manipulate IWM and IWN a ton. Like those are so shorted and they just get manipulated like crazy. And so that's just my theory. That's a thought that I've had, because that's when I started looking into the ETFs, was when they, everyone kept calling, manipulation, which, yeah, it could be the algos, and they just kind of goofed up, and that's why they were having similar price action. But I do believe that they were shorting and manipulating the ETFs that they both sat in, to be able to short both stocks at the same time instead of or covering at the same time. And so that's just a thought. Whether or not I'm right or wrong, it's up for debate. But thanks to this map, all these are on my watch list. No, thank you. That's awesome, Kurt. Let's see. Noticed an article from either Yahoo or FT an hour ago about Bank of America saying 0% returns expected for 10 years, but it's all good. That's good. That's good. No. At Frank, what did Frank say? Sorry guys, I'm still trying to. The funny thing is the BullHouse Reddit has your DD on an older post. Does it? That's awesome. That's so good. I'm curious. That made me smile. That is awesome. So guys, and if you do want to ever post your DD, if you guys have any kind of awesome DD, it doesn't just have to be about GameStop or AMC. It doesn't have to be about those things. It can be broad market, because that's what we discuss is broad market. So if you have links like this, or you want to post about banks, if you want to post about hedge funds or government or whatever, post it in BullHouse. I'm not gonna, as long as it's not pornography or anything, completely just bullshit, I'm not gonna flag it. I do check it like once a week. I try to log on to Reddit at least once a week and check check the status of everything. But yeah, no, BullHouse is open, guys. BullHouse is very much open for you guys to post what you need to. Hell, to go post some funny memes, liven it up. Anyway, so we head over here to the hedge funds and market makers. Just checked in. What did I miss? Not much, Kronk. Not much yet. We're just kind of flying through the mind maps, which I say flying through, and I feel like I'm taking forever right now. So the hedge funds and market makers that I have on my list that I'm tracking as much as possible, which, guys, this is taking forever. I do apologize. I'm just trying to make sure that I get the most accurate information. I get to a point where I'm double and triple checking all of the work that goes into this, because, this could be the layout, the foundation of just crushing what's going on. It's bullshit. So the hedge funds that I'm looking at or market makers. So we have State Street, obviously, because there's just, so State Street, BlackRock, and Vanguard are my three key ones that I really need us to kind of keep an eye on. Minus Citadel. Citadel, we're already keeping our eyes on them, right? That's kind of a given. And Jane Street is a tie for third. But anyway, so we have State Street, JGP Global, BTG, Pactual, Susquehanna, Vanguard, Simplex, Apollo, Point72, Citadel, Melvin, Jane Street, Group 1, UBS, and BlackRock. I'm sorry, guys. This is why I usually have people on with me, because my vocal cords are pretty much shot, and I don't have water with me, so we're gonna drink caffeine. Anyway, so I wanted to verify Vanguard's investments again. Make sure that they're still kind of in the same realm. They have so the 13 GA filings that they have that were pertinent to what I was looking for. They have more than this, but these are the ones I was kind of really curious about. So they have Citigroup at 8.08%. They have control ownership, Bank of America 7.11%. BlackRock still sitting 7.96%, Morgan Stanley, Wells Fargo, Goldman Sachs. They did have a 13F filing for JP Morgan. So then we come to BlackRock. So they still have Morgan Stanley, Wells Fargo, Citigroup, Bank of America, and 13F filing for Credit Suisse and Vanguard. I just didn't put it in there. I should have. But yeah, they're still in Vanguard's ETFs. So then we come down here. Here's the banks. Our friends, the banks. I say friends very loosely. So we have Wells Capital / Wells Fargo, JP Morgan, Credit Suisse, Citigroup, Deutsche, Bank of Montreal, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, and Bank of America. So this is where this kind of gets interesting. All right, let's dive in. Morgan Stanley and JP Morgan. For those that don't know, Morgan Stanley shares the name or part of a name with JP Morgan Chase & Co. And it is not by coincidence that Morgan and Morgan Stanley is JP Morgan's grandson. The company was founded by Henry S. So yes, JP Morgan and Morgan Stanley are not just similar in just name, but they are similar in the fact that they are blood related. JP Morgan, owned by Vanguard BlackRock. Morgan Stanley, owned by, and this is where, so this Mitsubishi UFJ Financial Group has 20.87% of Morgan Stanley. I haven't been able to find a lot about this group. So this is one that I really still need to dive into, because that seems very odd that they would have 20.87% when T. Rowe Price has 5.4, State Street's at 6.6, Vanguard's at 6.3. and BlackRock's at 6.1. So, and then with Morgan Stanley, they've been busy. Morgan Stanley actually purchased E-Trade. Yeah, you heard that. Morgan Stanley owns E-Trade. So there's that. Because I was looking into all the brokers that we use. Vanguard, First Trade, Wealthsimple, TD Ameritrade, Fidelity, Interactive Brokers, Webull, Robinhood, SoFi, and E-Trade. These are all the main ones that we all use, right? And when I found that, it was very odd. Because they actually bought them. They started the acquisition a couple years ago, but they actually bought them last year. They actually acquired E-Trade last year. And so anyone that held E-Trade common stock were entitled to receive 1.0432 Morgan Stanley common share for each E-Trade common share that they owned. So they actually, they did pretty well. Anyone that was holding E-Trade shares. You have E-Trade. So there you go, Johnny Rockets. However you feel about Morgan Stanley, that's on you. I'm still looking into it, but Morgan Stanley to me is just, they're shaky a little bit. They usually are. Goldman Sachs, BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, Bank of America. So companies who have a 13F for Bank of America, Citadel Advisors is invested into Bank of America. .72 is invested. Susquehanna is invested into Bank of America. They have control ownership by Berkshire Hathaway, Vanguard, and BlackRock. So that's kind of the banks right now. Like I said, use for options only. Fair enough. That's probably a smart idea. So then we head over here. So I don't know how much work we're actually going to get done tonight, guys. But yeah, so I guess this is good because we haven't really walked through all of this. So the people, like I said, I do have to move some people around because I wasn't actually anticipating having a political, like government official bubble, but I feel like it's needed at this point, given the fact that we're now looking into the politicians who are bought off by these hedge funds and these corporations. So that's kind of why I wanted to do it that way. Originally, this was going to be like the big money, right? So we have Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Jack Dorsey, who's CEO of Twitter, Steve Huffman for Reddit, Jeff Bezos, Amazon originally, Twitch, because Amazon owns Twitch, and Washington Post, Mike Bloomberg, obviously, Nancy Pelosi, Bush family, Trump, Obama, Fauci, Zuckerberg, Elon Musk. Fidelity and Charles for long positions. Yeah, that's kind of what I've come to, is Charles Schwab and Fidelity. So then we also have Ken Griffin over here. Ken Griffin's, this one's getting fun. This is getting fun. And I'll show you guys why. So then we also have government. So the SEC, I'm trying to dig into NIH, because I did find this article, and I'm trying to make sure that I'm not completely crazy on this. So I'll actually pull this up. Can't look into the rot until you look at, can't look into the rot until you look into what causes the rot. Yeah, 100%. 100%. So this is something that I found interesting. COVID-19 vaccine development built on more than $17 billion in NIH funding for vaccine technologies. And I might be reading into this too much, so I want your guys' opinion on this. And if I'm reading into it too much, I'll take it down. But I mean, it's still fascinating. But I won't put too much stock into it. No pun intended. The unprecedented development of COVID-19 vaccines less than a year after discovery of the virus was enabled by more than $17 billion of research on vaccine technologies funded by the NIH prior to the pandemic, according to the new research from Bentley University Center for Integration of Science and Industry. The article titled NIH Funding for Vaccine Readiness Before the COVID-19 Pandemic demonstrates the critical role for this broad foundation of government-funded research plays into ensuring vaccine readiness. The report published today in the journal Vaccine examined the maturation of research and NIH funding for 10 technologies that were applied in candidate COVID-19 vaccines as of July 2020. The maturation of these technologies was described in 51,530 published research papers from 2000 to 2019. of which 8,420, 16%, acknowledged NIH funding totaling $17.2 billion. Some of these technologies have been employed successfully in vaccines since the mid-20th century. Others, such as the viral vectors employed in the Johnson & Johnson and AstraZeneca vaccines, emerged from genetic engineering in the 1980s and were found to be established prior to 2010. Still others, including the mRNA technology employed by Pfizer, BioNTech, and Moderna, only recently reached an established point. And I'm not going to read the rest, but it was just very interesting, like, that they were already kind of funding this technology before the pandemic happened. Like, how do you... Okay, we're going to put tinfoil hat on, right? Tinfoil hat here. But how do you fund technology that for things that have never been seen, right? So it just kind of weirded me out. Ken can have his own mind map. Yep. Oh no, 100%. We'll get to that. I promise you, we will get to that whopper. Citadel alone has 30 million shorts on a Reddit post I just read, not including all the other short institutes. Yeah, no. I like that. I always say everyone looks at the chess pieces without ever looking at who's actually playing the game. 100%. Reading into it too much, probably. The vaccine of this style was started at least after the original SARS. Maybe rolled it out quick in a case for the political and financial profit. All right. Yeah, I'll look into that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I thought maybe I was reading into it too much, but I'm just like, it just weirded me out. I don't know. It caught me off guard. So we'll keep that for now. All right, so the government officials, DeSantis, if you guys have anybody else you want me to put into this, but these are just ones that just quickly popped up, with BlackRock or Citadel or anyone. DeSantis, Rand Paul, obviously he's just an outlier here. I'm going to make him a different color because Rand Paul he's an interesting cat for sure. We're going to make him blue. But yeah, Trump's actually gotten money from Citadel. Nancy Pelosi, she's going to stay purple. Marco Rubio's gotten money from Citadel. Biden, BlackRock, and I think Citadel. Ken Griffin, whatever. And Harris. Government, bills passed. I'm looking at the infrastructure bill. Kenny's landing in an hour in London. Are you guys tracking him again? Good Lord. Look into the Pfizer investors prospectus, where it likens these new vaccines like software upgrades for people with updates multiple times a year, possible for other. Oh yeah, you guys will see that. Bills passed or suggested, so like the infrastructure bill, any kind of the stimulus bills. I really want to go diving into the stimulus bills and actually see if we missed something. Just frivolous spending. Why did we spend so much money in the last year? Why did we have so much of our currency printed in the last year? Like, what was the purpose, right? That's what I want to get to the bottom of. So that's why bills passed. So we'll be adding to that. And then COVID-19 handling, the mandates. This is going to play big here soon, because if you guys haven't heard, up in Jacksonville, Florida, I say up because I am more south than Jacksonville. Traffic controllers, the air traffic controllers, they actually walked out. Southwest was trying to say, oh, it was due to weather. I'm sorry, but that whole week that they were claiming that there was bad weather, it was sunny. And it was actually beautiful. Like, there was really no wind. Like, it's just such a bullshit lie. But we also have, we've seen articles that pilots are possibly going to walk out or, just not go in. Truckers, Australia's already seen, their, truck drivers on strike. I've been seeing glimpses of people wanting to go on strike for the trucking industry here. People are already walking out of jobs. Like, it's just a lot. So these mandates, what's going on, it's going to be really kind of crazy. So that's what I wanted to kind of figure out with that and how that's going to affect us. Your aunt lives in Jacksonville. That's awesome. Who doesn't have a house in London, right? Freedom Flu is coming. Oh, Lord, Stardog. Since we're on banks, I'll update my Largo, Florida, Columbus Day closings. Still closed now. Next to a nicer big Publix. Also saw Bank of America on Madeira Street. Same signage. Nobody there today. Weird. Yahoo News reported it. Weird. Okay. Southwest and Delta got rid of their vaccine mandates as of today. Did they really? Hold on. Let's pull this up. Airlines for not imposing federal... Oh. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, in the sense that, like, oh, this is about to get very interesting. Don't play, please. Conservatives praise Delta policies. So you said Delta and Southwest. I can't type, guys. Southwest drops plan to put unvaccinated staff on unpaid leave starting in December. Huh. Yes, I'm just reading headlines. I'm not going to read the articles right now. Yeah, thank you for that information. That's awesome. So, yeah, that's interesting. No, misleading headline. Okay, fine. We'll read. Who do you guys want? which bullshit do you want, guys? USA Today, CBS, Dallas Morning, American Airlines, Southwest won't fire employees who apply for Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. This is Dallas Morning News coming out of Texas. No, I don't. Of course there's a paywall. I'm not doing it. 100 Jolly at Southwest, Forbes. Forbes? You gonna let me look? Or you gonna make me pay for it? Southwest Airlines scraps plan to put employees seeking vaccine exemptions on unpaid leave. After stirring controversy with its coronavirus vaccine mandate earlier this month, Southwest Airlines is scrapping its plan to put unvaccinated employees seeking medical exemption on unpaid leave if their requests are still pending after the December federal deadline. As first reported by the CNBC, Southwest previously planned to put on unpaid leave all employees awaiting decision on either medical or religious exemption starting on December 8th. So they're still mandating it. You just have to have an exemption. Thank you for making me read the damn article, Darb. Thank you. So yeah, no. So it sounds like, okay, if you are either not having a religious exemption or in Hambone in my case where we have medical reasons where we're like, no, we are not putting experimental shit in our body when we don't know what's wrong with us. Okay. Executives at the company wrote to employees last week informing them that if their requests haven't been approved by that day, they will in fact be allowed to continue to work while following mask and distance guidelines. Spokesman for Southwest confirmed to Forbes that the airline has changed its policy and did not offer any more details. Well, at least they get to keep working. I don't know, guys. Okay. Yup. All right. So yeah, the mandates. Here's the example where we'll just keep following these damn things. All right. So then we also have news. With the vaccine. So the vaccine companies, right? I follow the money, right? Every company has to allow religious or medical waivers. They have to? Did they make that a federal law? People can claim religious exemption because it's been confirmed that fetal tissue is used in manufacturing of the vax. That's isn't this what I was picking up in the DFV tweets? I don't know. They'll all be on paid leave. It's only possible post to mandate being constitutional instead of unpaid. Calls on VXX and UVXY. Yeah, right. So yeah, I wanted to look in the vaccine companies because I mean, granted, yeah, the vaccines are free to us, right? They're free to us. But what ends up happening is that the federal government has been paying the companies for, they're reimbursing them basically. And so I wanted to see what was going on. So I was looking into Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson, because they are the three big ones, right? They're the three biggest ones in the U.S. This isn't global. I would love to get the more global vaccines if everyone can kind of come together and kind of get those, if we can kind of get those all together, right? But these are the three major ones in the United States. And so Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson. I wanted to look into the CEOs. Here's, Alex and Albert and Stefan, because this interesting article. New vaccine billionaires gain wealth as Moderna and BioNTech shares soar. Boss once kind of pulled this up whenever he was on his live. And so I wanted to kind of reiterate this. Surge in shares in BioNTech has created $4 billion in added wealth for its CEO founder. Two early inventors in BioNTech have done even better. German twins Thomas and Andreas have both brought in $8 billion. Moderna CEO 4.8. And if you guys want to read through the article, it's on the mind map. But they're just gaining wealth, and this was from December of 2020. Like, they've only added more, right? I'm trying to nail down exactly how much they've gotten, but it's disgusting at this point. It is really kind of disgusting. So yeah, they couldn't afford the pilot strike. Wait, what? I saw a college football coach tried the religious exemption, but was still fired. Same with assistants. I did see that, Kurt. I did see that too. They have to allow exemptions for religious or medical, otherwise it's unconstitutional. What does it mean when you have green boogers? That you have a virus, like it's bacterial. That's what that means. Your body's trying to fight off a bacterial. They can't afford the pilot strike. No, they can't. Amazing how much praise Big Pharma gets now all of a sudden. Screw that. So guys, this is, I don't say that out of misturn. For those that don't know, I've worked in the medical field. I worked in it for years and years, and I can't stand behind it. I cannot stand behind it because I have, I've had my own medical problems, and then I watched overprescribing of all kinds of medications, from, antidepressants to, cholesterol medicines to blood pressure medicines to heart medications. I've seen it all, right? And so I really want to dive into this. I want to find out who's really benefiting from the big pharma companies right now, who's invested in it. And I do want you guys to, if you can, if you have time, I watched this really interesting documentary, and it is the heir to the Johnson & Johnson company. It's the guy, I think it was in 2003 when this was made, but it's Born Rich documentary. You can find it on YouTube, and I'll tweet it out. But it was the heir to the Johnson & Johnson company or whatever, and he went around asking a lot of his friends, like 10 or so of his friends, like Ivanka Trump's in there, one of the gambling families that owns like a lot of the horse tracks and whatnot. He's in there, and I can't remember all their names because I really just didn't give a damn. One of the Vanderbilt heirs was in there, and it was just really interesting, just to kind of see how they perceive all this, and just who is invested into this, right? Yeah, you're okay. Your immune system's working. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Now, if you have like really weird colors like orange or red Yeah, that's just something to look out for. Red, usually nosebleed or something, but if you see weird colors, I know green seems weird, but no, green is just your body fighting off some stuff. Yeah, it is actually a really good documentary. It is really good. People used to despise Big Pharma. Now they're Team Pfizer, Team Moderna, and their social bias. Yeah, it's Born Rich. Here, I'll just do this. I'll just type it in there. So yeah, it's like an hour long, maybe. It's only like, it's about like an hour long, and it's not too bad. I don't know. It weirded me out. So, but yeah, so I guess that actually concludes the entire walk around of this giant monstrosity that we have going on. Oh, well, actually, no, it doesn't. Because we also have the real estate bubble down here. But we don't need to go over that right now. This is just another night right here. Like I said, we're going to add Zillow, because of what's going on with that. So wow, it's already 11 o'clock, guys. Zillow in itself is just kind of in a mess, right? Because they got called out, and I love it. I absolutely love that they got called out, of what they were doing, and they were manipulating the markets, and they have basically a monopoly on all of it, and it's disgusting. We are in the serf class. We are not allowed to question the motivations of our betters in the ruling class. You better stay in line, Kenneth. Screw that. And shows the connections between FAMs too. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I don't watch TV anymore. I mean, like, I watch certain shows, but we don't have cable. We haven't had cable in years. Like, we don't have regular, like, we don't even watch regular TV. Like, we just don't have it. That's where it was really funny. I was at the doctor's office, and there was a commercial for, was it Wendy's? I actually had seen commercials. Like, I haven't seen commercials in forever. And I came out from my doctor's appointment, and I looked at Hambo, and I said, I really kind of want Wendy's. And he was like, Wendy's, okay. I was like, yeah, there was a commercial on. And he was like, see, look, you get one taste of commercials, and they've got you. So yeah, it was just kind of funny. This was never on TV. No, it wasn't. I actually happened upon it on YouTube. I had just like randomly found it last night, and so I watched it. Housing crash soon. Yeah. Yeah, here we'll Zillow no longer buying homes. There we go. Which bullshit do you want, guys? That's all I'm gonna keep calling this. Labor and supply shortages prompt Zillow to stop buying. Labor and supply shortages. Let's start. We can dive into this. Go away. I'll allow it. Whatever. Home prices are so high, even Zillow is throwing in the towel. Well, duh. Think about this for a sec. But just that one sentence, right? That one sentence. So you have BlackRock and Zillow, who have been out here buying up houses, and, manipulating the prices, and, having these other investors that are doing 20, 30, 40% over the ask. Of course, these housing prices, this bubble is going to form where housing prices are too high. And now you're going to have people that are getting ready to go into foreclosure, or rental properties going up for sale because the landlords, they don't want to own it anymore. They're done. So this influx, so the bubble essentially busts. When a real estate bubble busts, it's because you have an increase. So you see this increase in housing cost, right? So this drastic increase, which we saw, this reduction in supply, which usually you want at least 6 months of supply, 9 to 12 months is the best, but we were seeing here in our area in Florida a 10 to 15 day supply. Everything was running out. It was selling like this, right? It was just hand over fist, right? And we're still kind of seeing it, but it's not as bad. So, but on average nationwide, we were sitting at like a 2-month supply, meaning okay, I know not everybody speaks the jargon. I understand that. If you have a housing supply, right? So say if we have an average of 6 months of houses on the market, right? If no new house was listed at all, no new house, you'd have all of the houses on the market that were in supply, they would be sold within 6 months. And so what we are seeing now is 2 months. We have 2 months of houses. So if no new house was listed, they would be sold in 2 months. There would be no houses left. The uneducated economist is getting kicked out of his house because his landlord's selling the house. Yep, pretty much. What we have now is with the moratoriums and things where people, rent's now due. These people that haven't been paying rent for 12, 18 months, 20 months or whatever, they have to pay that, or they're being evicted. And the landlords, that maybe they haven't been able to pay the mortgage on those places. And so now they're, they could foreclose on them, or they're just going to sell them. They're going to put them on the market. They're going to go on the market one way or another, most likely. It's not 100% guaranteed, but they most likely will. And so, then you have people that haven't been paying their mortgages. And if they didn't have the part, added into their contract that they would be putting all of these missed payments from the last 12, 18, 20 months pushed to the end of the loan, they become one very large balloon payment. And with the average cost, the average mortgage being anywhere from, $2,200, $2,400 a month, nationwide, give or take. I said the average here. I'm not looking at California right now, and in Colorado and New York, Washington, those are the astronomical prices. But the average nationwide, $2,200 to $2,400 a month, for a mortgage. You're looking, okay, actually, let's do that. 18 months, because I haven't done this calculation up. So if we have 2,400 times 18. So you're looking at $43,200. I don't know many people with $43,200. If they haven't been making the mortgage payments, not a lot of people have been, just kind of shoveling that money away, unless they, they've been investing it somewhere. So, and that's, or if you have, sorry guys, 2,400 times 20, oops. It's 48,000. So between $43,000 and $48,000. That now is due. Right? That balloon payment that you haven't been paying is now due if you didn't have it set to where it'd be pushed to the end of your loan. And it basically extends your loan. So it's, it puts a lot of people in a precarious situation where, okay, well, I either, figure out a way to come up with this kind of money, or, you get it foreclosed on, go through bankruptcy or whatever. And so, and I'm not saying that all these houses will go at once, right? The court systems, everything has to go through the court system. And the court system, some are back, going in person, some are doing it online or whatever. But at the end of the day, the court system is backed up between they'll be backed up between foreclosures and evictions, because all of that has to go through the court system. And so, for the next, I'll say 3 to 6 months, while this is all getting hammered out and while this is all getting negotiated and everything, that's when we'll start seeing these houses get put on the market, right? And that, that influx of housing that, we haven't seen all these houses on the market. That's what creates the bubble to burst, because now we're already starting to see prices come down. We're starting to see people lowering what they're asking for their house so that they can try to sell their house before the bubble pops, because a lot of people are seeing it. So yeah, that's basically it. That's the main bubble right now. And then you top that off with, the rising cost, property taxes and the housing insurance premiums, the, climate climate change affected areas. So, you know, your hurricanes, your fires, major storms like tornadoes and landslides and things. Those places are seeing an increased rate in their premiums for their housing insurance. So that also makes your cost of your housing payment, it goes up. So it's just, there's a lot going on right now in the housing industry, the housing market, that a lot of people aren't talking about. We've been trying to talk about it, but, well, what do you do, right? Though it hasn't leveled, no burst yet, so Zillow has time to offload it. So they so choose to take cash, they might hold for rental money and hedge inflation. Yep, it might. They might. But yeah, so we'll go into this. Zillow announced it will cease to buying homes through the Zillow Offers business, which operates as an iBuyer or an instant buyer. In the second quarter, Zillow bought 3,800 homes and just announced it will not buy anymore for the rest of the year. Zillow will honor its commitment, however, to buy all the homes currently under contract. Time to try to get first or second mortgage through BOA. Maybe they will lose your note in the process. Happened to thousands of people 10, 12 years ago. Kidding, not kidding. So not enough willing buyers. No. Why did Zillow make this decision? House flippers take note. Yeah, so yeah, they're done. Zillow is done. We'll put that in the mind map as soon as possible. Yeah, active days on market. But yeah, so if there's anything that you guys want to cover tonight, we can, or we can wrap it up tonight. I will tweet this out, and if you guys want to, I'm leaving it up to you. We can either go another hour. When these commercials do that too, it really will, Gritter. It really will. Those damn cheeseburgers. No, they didn't. No, they're still buying. Blackstone, BlackRock, they're still buying. Yeah, 100% in Hill. 100%. They always are. I mean, and that's the trick, right? So if you guys want to, we can work on this tonight, or you guys, I can post this link and you guys can kind of look over it and kind of piece some stuff together. We can talk about it again tomorrow night, because I'm going to do this as a, I think, we're going to work on this tomorrow night too, because this has just kind of been a little bit more fun for my brain to kind of remember what I was going for on this. Wind Moon. I have no idea, guys. I have no idea. I wish I knew at this point. Are the companies involved in Computershare on your map? Thank you, Darb. I'm going to put that here. Computershare. I'm going to have to figure out where to put this bubble. But no, I do not have that yet. If I could spell, that would be even better. Computershare. That dyslexia, guys. It's terrible. It'll kill me one of these days. Alright. We have Computershare. Alright. Do we know which companies are using Computershare? I'm going to put it over. Where do we put this? We'll put it up here with GameStop. Let's do that. Yeah, that was great. Great idea, Darb. Great idea. We'll make this. Let's make it green with. Nope, can't see that. Nope. That works. Alright, Computershare. No idea. What night is crypto night? I need to reserve a seat. Crypto night. I don't know yet. 7,500 companies. Oh my god, guys. Okay. We will we'll get to work on that. Okay, I will put this here and we will do a line from here to here. Purple. Okay, we can do purple. We can. Oh, nope. Damn it. Purple, and we will do blue font. I am failing so bad right now, guys. There we go. How's that? Uses it for employee stock purchase plans. All right, so we have Home Depot. Cool. All right, we got Home Depot. Reading all those 13F of institutions on AMC, does it look like they are pumped it from 10 to 30 or 73 and created an early amount rookie dumb money diamond hand bold? Find out in the next 13F. Right. God, honestly, I cannot read AMC's 13F filings right now. It's just a lot. Second money out of the market to Diamond Hand, aka Backhold, Chapter 11 dilution next year. John Diamond, I'm actually going to be researching this because I have some sources that between, and it goes with GameStop and AMC that I'm really sketched out with. Like, so, and it's something that we were going to talk about last night, but we ran out of time. But it does have to do with Computershare, and it is not a good thing for Computershare. Again, you guys do exactly what you want to do. I'm never going to tell you what to do. I can only give you the information that I have, what people from different teams that I work with, they find, and I try to just relay it out. But this is not my information to share. So I will, and I want Boss Blunts, it's Boss Blunts' group. I want them to be able to kind of lay this out because they've really done the research on it, and it kind of blew my mind, actually. I don't know if I trust Computershare, guys. I really don't. I want to say that wholeheartedly. Like, there's something sketchy about it. Right? There's something weird about it. DRS can get our stocks delisted. So yeah, that's something, yeah, actually, JH. And so we need to really look into this. We really do. Teach me all wise things, voodoo coinage. Oh, wise one. Oh, Stardog. I am not. I'm okay with crypto, but there are so many better people at crypto than me. I'll tell you what to do. 5% in Computershare should cover the float. There's something. I'm gonna see if anyone of that group is available tomorrow night, and we'll kind of start off with that. Cool. Because that needs to, or at least I'll get permission to talk about it. I'll ask them. Is that cool with you guys? Because, and then we'll dive into this Computershare craziness. That's a good one. Because I know I have a lot of controversial stuff on here. And so if nobody is actually comfortable with that, that's perfectly fine. I just really want to get as much information out as possible, follow the money, figure out what is going on. Because at this point, there is just too much crap. There's too much crap. My stoner self been thinking as GameStop moons, Computershare will be the margin call for lack of liquidity. Found some clients of Computershare, not how up to date. Thank you, Kurt. Appreciate it. Our clients. Oh, holy Jesus. At least copy and paste is a thing, guys. Alright, let's look through this list. Well, hell, GameStop's not even on here, so... Here, I'll send this over to you guys. Hey, Alistair. It's important to understand what a transfer agent is and their function. I trust in the chairman. I don't know, guys. Like I try, like, and that's why. So that is why I love what we do, right? I try to get all sides, right? Like I listen to what Conway has to say in Annihilation, and I listen to everybody in here, obviously. And then, you know, my groups that I work with Boss Blunt's group, and you know, my own staff and whatnot. And so we're trying, you know, I think with all of these different viewpoints, I think there's somewhere in there's the truth, right? I really feel like people with their shares in Computershare are going to be bag holders. If they register the float, every share outside of CS will have to be purchased, guaranteed, all synthetics identified. It's a good point, Darb. Alright, so Zurich, Swiss Bank. Yeah, we'll have to dig into this. We'll definitely have to dig into this a lot. But yeah, Curtis, thank you for this. We'll figure this out. We'll get it going. There's no, I'm not seeing any names that I actually really know. Not any that pop out at me. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. Let's see. Back to the bubble. German Computershare, those are all AGs. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Oh, wait, hold on. Here we go. Jeez, Tapgurt. No. Businesses. Management. I know I just saw that. He looks German or European or something on the website. Yeah, 100%. Alright, so here's the management team. Let's see. So Steve is the president and CEO of Computershare's U.S. business and its members. Computershare Global Senior Executive Management Group. Member of Corporate Transfer Security, past. Served on the board of the Infant Welfare Society of Chicago. And has interest in a variety of organizations to help support autism, homelessness, and the needs of children. Okay. Melbourne, let's see. Spent 6 years with Arthur Anderson after graduating and lived in both London and Melbourne for the company. Moved on to Rothschild and Melbourne Venture Capital before returning to the UK. Worked in Lloyd's registrars for more than 15 years before he joined Computershare. Also appointed Chief Executive Officer of Computershare's UCIA region. So far, no major red flags, guys. Rothschilds, yeah. But no major ones. Mike Anson worked at Morgan Stanley. Oh, I was like, wait, where do you see Mike Anson? Prior role, led the U.S. Plans Client Relationship Management team that delivered comprehensive plans. An active speaker. Developed proxy, 30 years in Bank of Boston, Mellon. So I'm basically looking for, you know, Apollo management or any of these other ones that just jump out at me that I don't like. Well, Child is one, yes, but there's a few on my list that I just try to look for and I don't. Senior counsel at the New York Stock Exchange. Okay, so this is the person we need to look into. Here we go. William Zeller. Found one. Has served as Vice President, General Counsel of Trade Commercial Systems and Head of Global Corporate Finance Compliance for Deutsche. Other previous include AIG, Interpublic Group, GE Capital, Chase Manhattan. So yeah, this is, so these, of course, these last two, Ellen and William, these are the two we're going to be, let me put them on here. Don't get me wrong, I will look into a lot of the others, but these two. Actually, we're going to do this. Board members. Welcome back, Curtis. We disposed of quite a lot of Mellon assets in the last decade in residential REO disposition. Usually that's negative. Yeah. For me, it was the ones on the underwritings over time. Deutsche played a huge role in a lot of the Amazon underwritings, among others. Yeah. I'm kind of putting why I'm why I wanted to look into them, just so kind of, this also keeps my mind kind of in check as to what I was looking at when I found certain things. So that's why I'm doing this. All right. And I am going to do this. Today's date, 10/19. There we go. Thank you, Darb. All right. And who suggested looking into the board members? I don't know who. Management of Computershare board. Yeah, okay. It was Darb still. Hey Pam, what's going on? Driving, but wanted to stop by and say hello before I get on the road. Hey Pam. Hey. I hope you drive safe. Yes, be very, very, very safe. We are just working on the mind map. That's all we're doing. So it's been actually good. I've enjoyed this. I think the relaxing music helps absorb the information. Maybe just me. And so I didn't know if I would just be by myself in Discord tonight. So I figured put some music on and let's ride. I hope it's not too loud for you guys. All right. So yeah, we have Computershare up here now. I really wonder if I should just make this white because that blue is kind of terrible. It kind of reminds me of the wild berry Pop-Tarts. I will do that. Let's see. For me, it was the ones in the underwriting. Oh, I already read that. Okay. So, yeah, we'll dive into Computershare more. So we need to. So what should we title this? Companies who use Computershare. Who use CS. Alright. So we'll do that. Home Depot is now there. We'll make this bubble. Damn it. Make it. I'm gonna start running out of colors. There we go. Let's do that. No, it's good. Cool. Cool. All right. So we have companies who use CS. We have board members that we'll look into, and we know that GameStop uses them. That's how they're tied into all of this. Okay, just out of my own curiosity. Oh, I guess I should keep this tab. And this is how I end up with like 50 tabs, guys. Do we click this? How is Citadel associated with Computershare? Alright, let's do it. Super Stonks, let's go. Citing this as the reason I'm posting. I went back in time to browse how Super Stonks has looked at Computershare in the past and came across the information in a link above. According to the post, Kenny Boy entrusts his money in Computershare among a list of other wacky giant corporations. Just wondering if we can get some wrinkle brains to perhaps clarify what this means in the grand scheme of things, if at all, anything at all, and whether or not this requires more digging. According to the SEC, registered investment advisors who have custody of their clients' funds or securities must safeguard those funds. This is a requirement set by the custody rule. Alright, whoever this AJ Juking. If I could describe your mind map, I'd be helping. Getting closer every day. Okay. Let's click on this. We're going down a rabbit hole, guys. Billionaire Boys Club. Episode 10-2. This is Badass Trader. 2 months ago. Cayman Island getaway. How to hide money from the FBI and Brazilgate. Not a financial advisor. Everything I highlighted is asking questions about publicly available information, not an accusation of any wrongdoing of any parties mentioned. Oh lord. There are many parts to this, guys. So yeah, this might be a big rabbit hole. Has anyone read this? I'm just gonna ask that question now. Has anybody read this one? Because I have not actually seen this DD. Leaked law enforcement documents. The biggest data leak related to the police force in history. Okay. I think I have my reading for tonight, guys. Crypto scams are using private funds to conceal their money through the Cayman Islands. Yeah, we already knew that. And Ireland. Here, let me do this. Slow puppies, legit, right? All my accidents have been in the Tampa metro area. Watch out. All right. Not DFV, ADV. So this form requires our favorite hedgie all-star to publicly disclose information about all their private funds. Now, before we jump into the meat of all this, there is a section before going into the information that lists Citadel Advisors, LLC alternative names. Here, I'll post this. There you guys go. So if you want to... source. Alternative names. Okay. Asher Capital. Huh. Okay, so now let me make this bigger. So Citadel Advisor LLC, alternative names. Ashler Capital LLC, Citadel Advisor 2 LLC, Citadel Advisor LLC, Citadel Asia Limited, and Citadel Europe LLP. So, okay, so Ashler Capital. Alright, so they... did you know that Citadel Advisor LLC is known as Ashler Capital LLC? Stop lying, no you didn't. Searched Reddit for references on Ashler Capital and nothing. Feel free to check them out. But anyway, that's not why we came here. Let's take a look at all the private funds that Citadel have disclosed. Remember those private funds that are the FBI were worried about. Long document, but anyone that likes mildly interesting, boring information can take a look. Synopsis says document outlines list of Citadel private funds, similar to what we discussed in BBC episode 10. But not just the Cayman Islands. Kenny has many private funds, either in the Caymans or US, often Delaware. But the interesting thing about this form, it also listed the custodians of these funds. Complete list of Citadel private fund custodians. Bank of America, Bank of New York, Citadel Clearing, Citigroup, and the list goes on. Okay. thank you to this creator for doing some of my work for me. This is awesome. Probably actually missed some because that's a lot of scrolling and had to put all these up manually. Say I owned a hedge fund. I want to move money around the world without raising too many flags. Wouldn't have unregulated private funds set up and granting access to different entities around the world allow me to do that? Or if I had a hedge fund and I wanted to make some puts disappear down in Brazil, wouldn't have private funds set up and granting access to portions of those funds to banks in Brazil be the first step to making that happen? There you go. More puppies. There's more puppies. Halister, I'll look at that in just a sec. Interesting. So yeah, okay, so we now have more work. So Ashler, we need to put on here. Where the hell is Citadel? Also known as interesting, guys. Ashler, what was the name of it? Ashler what? Capital. Ashler Capital. Alright, so we have to look into that too. Fantastic. Let's see. Halister, what is a transfer agent? Check their financial statements. They don't really hold investments or have significant investment income. It's all from servicing arrangements. I used to issue these reports for some transfer agents. Alright, let's look at this. 136 pages, Halister. Are you kidding me right now? We're gonna do a quick scroll. CEO report. I don't care about you. At a glance, Edinburgh, Scripton. Yeah, you're everywhere. Good lord. Chicago. Imagine that. Key financial metrics. Let's see. Management revenue, management EPS, cash flow from operations, net flow operating, net debt to EBT ratio, dividend per share, statutory EPS management. More homework. Fantastic. Yeah, right. Revenue by product. Alright, I don't care about that right now. I don't care about your share plans or mortgage services. Bank services. Page 67 is the start. Thank you. Appreciate you. Alright. Consolidated statement of financial position. Okay. Cash and equivalent, other financial assets, non-asset. Current liabilities. Yeah, here. I'll give this to you guys. There you go. And I will post all these links in the description of the video too, guys, so that you can have it to refer back to. Alright, Halister, I'm gonna have to look at this more whenever I'm like totally focused on it. Yeah, they really don't do a lot. Interesting. Okay. else do you have for me? Ah. Okay. And I will give this to you guys too. I'm not reading this right now. Main point is that they don't hold investments. They're record keeping. Yeah, they don't have direct investments. No. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly what you're showing me. Because this would be a hell of a lot more if they did. Okay. I spent my focus hours ago. I understand completely, guys. Alright, so I think that we will call it tonight. Just so I can kind of look through a lot of, because I now have a shit ton of things to read. Veg fed net, 100%, guys. I understand. So yeah, tomorrow we will do round 2. We'll dive into Computershare. We're gonna expand on this bubble. And what I wanted to show you guys. Which tab is it? Which window? So, alright, this is what we're gonna end on. I just got fired from my job making computer keyboard. What? I was putting in too many shifts. Ha ha ha. Ha. I hope you really didn't get fired though. That's terrible. Thank you for loaning us your brain. Nah, anytime, guys. It's always on loan. So I did want to end with this. So this is my new DD, and kind of what's getting put into the mind map. Kinda. And like I said, Boss kind of went through some of this. And we kind of talked about it last night a little bit. But this is just, so this is Jeff Bezos. What he sends his money to. And then we have Ken Griffin. This is just craziness at this point. Like, I mean, the amount of money that he sends out for different political gain. It's just kind of, it's disgusting. Like the congressional funds and the Senate leadership funds. It's just constant. And then granted, like I said, 2016, there's some of them in 2017. Let's do it by date. What's the most recent thing he's done? 95. He's been doing this since 95, guys. So December, National Victory Action Fund. Let's look into this. $3 million. What was so important? Thanks, Frozen. I appreciate it. National Victory Action Fund. Corey Gardner. So we have to look up him. Time, money, control. Those are the 3 things you can never get enough of in a campaign. I also know how crucial each one of them are to winning. Build the robust grassroots digital fundraising infrastructure Republicans will need to win the House and Senate. So he is backing the Republicans pretty big. Because one of the other funds is also for Republicans, National Republican Senatorial Committee, Ending Spending Action Fund, $1 million. Ending the spending action, but yet here's $1 million to stop doing that. Oh God, guys, I think I have at least 200 tabs open between all my windows at this point. So that's just how my DD goes. I is constantly back and forth and back and forth. My bro collects keyboards. That's devastating. Love the content you bought. So I'm sorry I've been drinking. Got the joke now. I know that name. What the hell did he do? Who? This Gardner dude? Corey Gardner. Let's look him up. It was a joke. Yeah, no. Okay, cool. Corey Gardner. Who are you? Former senator. Let's see what his tweets are about. Served Colorado. Thrilled to announce. Oh, wait, no. Oh, he hasn't really tweeted all year. So that's that. Alright. Is there any news articles on him? Not really. Joined a lobbying firm. So not much. Not much. But yeah, so there's that. So then I also was looking into so Bill Gates, Ken Griffin among billionaire donors to President Biden's inaugural committee. Bill Gates combined 500,000 Republican mega donor and Citadel hedge fund titan Ken Griffin gave 500,000. More than the 100,000 he gave Donald Trump. Griffin was one of the largest political donors in the country, pouring more than $45 million into super PACs supporting Republicans in Congress. Hearing aid billionaire Bill Austin, who with his wife gave $1 million to a Trump joint fundraising committee. So yeah, we have Laureen Powell, Arthur Blank, Amy Goldman, Jonathan Gray, John Andower, Chris Larson, Thomas Toll, Neil Boehm. Yeah, all these people. So we gotta look into all those people. Excuse me. No? Bloomberg? You're gonna... There it goes. Oh, that's right. I had to put that in a different thing. Whatever. Wait, what? Hold on, I gotta go back. Yes. Rhino, sounds like money-driven POS. Sorry to read that. Guys, it was a joke. Kurt, read up. Got me too. Oh, dang, I'm Polish. He's a Republican in name only. Colorado, maybe. Hell yeah. Memory hasn't failed yet. Maybe a Rhino. He just smells money. Put his name into open corporates. I will. I'll look into him. I have him over here now. So yeah, Ken Griffin, like, he is... So this is the Congressional Leadership Fund. Like, they're terrible. It's terrible. So then we also have... Like, he's pretty much bought the political parties. I'm sorry, guys. It is getting late. Illinois governor pushes flat 2022... spending plan. This is the one of them that he spent a lot of money on. And they did end up pushing the bill. What is this? Top contributors federal election for Joe Biden. So these are the main contributors, the top contributors to Biden's campaign. So Bloomberg, Future Forward, Asana, Priorities, 1630 Fund, Senate Majority PAC, Democracy PAC. I mean, it's insane. It is absolutely insane. So then, as we discussed the other night too, total receipts, Biden got over $1 billion. Down here, total spent. He spent total disbursements 1.073. So he basically spent everything he raised. With $260,000 left on cash on hand. You want to see the evil, scary stuff? Look into Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Oh, I know. That is, it's on there. I promise you. Miss circle back. Oh, Lord. Yeah, right. That's the 2020 motto. This is terrible. I know, I 100%. Oh, what is this? That's the disbursements. So yeah, this was what was weird. I was looking into this was so media buying and analytics was constantly posted on Biden's sheets, whereas Trump had it, you know, just like itemized. It was completely, I have to find it. So here's Trump's 744 million. So guys, I don't think I'm running for president anytime soon because I don't have $1 billion to run for president. But he ended up with 10 million on cash on hand. He spent 704 million out of the, or sorry, 752 million out of the 744 million. So I'm sure that he, yeah, there's his own money floating around in there. I gotta find it. Where did it go? Okay, so disbursements. He had it pretty much itemized down to the last bit, what he spent money on. Like, as you, I mean, it even says like see itemized, and you can click through the images and see it. It was just very odd. He spent a lot of money. They spent a lot of money on the recount. That's for damn sure. I'm trying to find this, guys. I'm sorry. It's been probably maybe like 4 days since I've looked at all these. Yeah, anyway, we'll wrap it up there. But yeah, it's been kind of crazy. It's definitely kind of crazy, the amount of people, the big people, and what you kind of have to dive into which foundations or which funds are actually going into they're investing into, because that is what usually they feed into the presidential or the congressional electoral campaigns and stuff. So it is quite the deep dive, but that is why we have the mind map. That's why I'm trying to, lay it all out and just kind of see, because I really want to know who's actually running our country at this point, because there is nothing, like, nobody's actually truly running it, because it's just a clusterfuck at this point. But yeah, so maybe we can get to the bottom of it by the end of the year, right? But I do appreciate you guys all coming in, hanging out. It's been a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. And we will do part 2 tomorrow. I will see you guys around.